Those who refused to profane the holy covenant died. There came exceedingly great wrath upon Israel. Then rose up Matthias, son of John, son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorib, from Jerusalem. He lived in Modin, and he had 5 sons: John, Gaddis, Simon, Bessi, Judas, Maccabeus, Eleazar, Avaran, Jonathan, Aphis. He saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, and he said, Woe to me! Wherefore was I born to see the destruction of my people and the destruction of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was given into the hand of the enemy, the sanctuary into the hand of aliens. Her temple is because as a man that was glorious, her vessels of glory are carried away into captivity, her infants are slain. In the streets her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation has not inherited her palaces, and gotten possession of her spoils? Her adorning is all taken away. Instead of a free woman, she is become a bondwoman. And behold, our holy things, and our beauty and glory, are laid waste, and they have profaned them. Matthias and his sons tore their garments, put on sackcloth, and mourned. The king's officials enforced the apostasy, and spoke to Matthias, asking him to do the commandment of the king, as all nations have done. But Matthias answered him, If all the nations that are in the house of the king's dominion listen to him, and fall away each one from the worship of his fathers, and have made choice to follow his commandments, yet I and my sons and my kindred will walk in the covenant of our fathers. Heaven forbid that we should forsake our law and the ordinances. We will not listen to the king's words, to go aside from our worship on the right hand or on the left. Then Matthias cried out into the city, saying, Whoever is zealous for the law and maintains the covenant, let him come forth after me. And he and his sons fled into the mountains. Many who sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there. They pursued them and took them into battle against them on the Shabbat day. Many died, and Matthias knew it and mourned over them. And one said to another, They will now quickly destroy us from off the earth. And they took counsel and decided to fight against them on the Shabbat day, and many joined with them willingly for the law. They mustered an army and struck sinners. Matthias spoke to his sons near his death and said, Now have pride and rebuke gotten strength, in a season of overthrow and wrath of indignation. And now, my children, be you zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers, and call to remembrance the deed of our fathers, which they did in their generations, and receive great glory and everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation? Was it not reckoned to him for righteousness? Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and became Lord of Egypt. Phinehas, our father, for that he was zealous, exceedingly obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Joshua, for fulfilling the word, became a judge of Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness in the congregation, obtained heritage in the land. David, for being merciful, inherited the throne of a kingdom for ever and ever. Elijah, for that he was exceedingly zealous for the law, was taken up into heaven. Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael, believed and was saved out of the flame. Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions. And thus consider you from generation and generation, that none that put their trust in him shall lack for strength. Be not afraid of the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall in no wise be found, because he is returned to his